Alright, everyone, welcome back. Today, we're gonna play some Doodle and Proofs. Now, we will just try to wait for it. Alright, welcome back, everyone. Today, we're playing more Doodle Empires, and we're on year 900. We're going to finally finish it. Well, not finish it, more like just try and get dead. It's gonna be more like, uh, uh, we're gonna finish it. We're gonna reach draw 1000. Now, today, we finally made it. Draw 1000. Yeah, we've seen a lot happen. We see, let me do a recap for you here. Last time, we see a bunch of nations started to become bigger and bigger. We see California get bigger, we see Texas get bigger, we see Puerto Chico get bigger, but not Puerto Chico, because, yeah, look, they are a shell of their former self right now. We see Atlanta, Amazonia get bigger. We see Mexico did do anything really, but yeah, they really didn't do much. But they're luckily in the United States now, luckily. And we see Plantania and Travellania got rebooted. Yeah, now this is what the map of America looks like. And we also see more of Africa get changed over time. We also see clear many ideological shifts, and now we're heading to a new age though. I won't tell you this new age though for now, but we will see right now. It might happen. We also see red and blue teams unite fully now. And then we got China up here. Well, not Japan. Japan's good. And they finally connected to Tibet and Mongolia, with Mongolia uniting again. But now we will have a new age going on. Yeah, like I said, we're not naming it, but we'll see what happens. Yeah, there's also something that happened. There's now much larger expands, even though medium expands are nerfed. There's also small expands are also drastically nerfed. Splits are less common now; they're rare as new nations. But common splits do happen, and unionization also happens. New leaders are also gotten skyrocketed. Pound forts are also a lot less common for many reasons. And also, adapting regions. Might see a lot of that. This is going to be like this. We could see some division right here. Age of division. Age of union is going to be, and there are going to be even amount of these things right here. So yeah, right here, we got this. Now, new nations are also kind of rare now. They're going to be rare. Splits are kind of rare, but they'll be like this rare. So yeah, now let's head to our first nation. It's the red team. They get a new leader. There's also a lot of new leaders coming in. So yeah. The Falcon Kingdom gets a medium expand. Yeah, they take advantage of this whole thing right here. And they kept going right. It managed to make it cross right here. Now, why is this error happening? Of course, Is it the war, of course, from back then? The Dutch War? No, not really. It is actually because it's actually because of a bunch of things. Well, yeah, one of them is this war, but other than that, everything is becoming a lot peaceful. And after the Nordic breakaway, the Europeans feel like, yeah, we should start making friends. So yeah. So yeah, they cement themselves as the most powerful country in Europe, as we see a bunch. They're like, yeah, what do we do? So yeah, and also a bunch of communists too are also kind of cool. Which like Madagascar are going to adopt a religion. They're obviously going to stay Cleoism. So yeah, they stay Cleoism, and then yeah, yeah, because they're like after they adapted to Cleoism, yeah, let's become more open. Let them prove this so that we don't upset more people. Which is a good idea. So you don't upset people and they take your whole straight. Yeah. Now the United Quebec, they're going to unite. And this will be kind of a big unit. They will unite with Minnesota. Minnesota becomes a new power that joins it, which they just surprisingly are Quebecian, even though some are from the Planktanians. So yeah, this might cause complications. Now we get to Egypt. They get the small span. They're like, yeah, we don't like the Europeans, even though we are the same religion. Yeah, they decide, yeah, we're not going to do that. So yeah, they go, and the red team is now there. And they get a large expand. They took advantage of the Byzantines and started, this new leader starts taking over a bunch of Anatolian lands, and then meets up with the border of Caucasia, and then they just let that happen. And then they started to target Persia more and more. They go through Persian lands, and they meet up with this nation, and Persia is starting to look like a chessboard. Yeah, kind of, I don't know, but anyways, let's see who's next. The United Russian Republic is going to adopt a religion, and obviously, it's going to be Cleoism since they're like a good friend of them. So yeah, now this leads to just one nation under the oldest religion, which is Christianism, right here. Will they fall like the rest, or will they stay? We don't know. But there is no more Christianism in this place. So yeah, Christianism, which started right here, is gone. Yeah, that is ironic. Now, the Falcon Kingdom, they get a medium expand. Yeah, they decided to start taking advantage of their current status, and they snapped and decided, yeah, we're going to start to conquest. The Planktanian Empire has now appeared, and they'll adapt a religion. It decided to go with Neoplanktonism, which I don't know why it's like this. The Planktanian better. Oh no. Oh, okay. There is still. Yep, this is still there. Never mind. They are not united. The Planktanian Empire is still here. So yeah. Well, yeah. They discovered that, yeah, they're not united. They are they're still fighting. So yeah, the Slav Islands. They do a large expansion. Now, what do they take? Because the Slav Islands just only take islands, of course. They took one Quebecian island right here, and they don't mind it. They also just want to take some of these islands right here up north. And they're like, alright. The Mushroom King was like, alright, we'll just let you have it. Just, since they're not going to do much, since they're just going to just, so they're just chill with them because, yeah, they are just a bunch of islands and they don't need the islands. So yeah, they just allow them to have it happen and they just do it. So yeah, the islands have now kind of, the Canadian island, we're almost going to be probably united most likely. Fort Santa is also one of their biggest problems, but after a while they managed to get through it. And now we head to see that this is now going to fill the islands. So yeah, now this is now more of an island nation. Many island nations, like the first Indonesian problem, the Slav Islands. Now we got Grand Colombia. Gets a medium expansion. They're like, yo, can we have the islands? Well, the land in their rear was like, sure, but they did something that kind of rage baited them a bit, which is just take a piece of this island right here. So yeah, that's kind of upsetting. So yeah, the Plantagenet Empire's back, and then they just revolted from them. They took Plantopia, connected them to two, and then started to head out. Split across the river, discovering that Plankton is alive. He's alive and well. So yeah, they nearly split him in two. So yeah, the Planktanian Federation will ride. Yo, Krabs, can I get your help? And Mexico's like, uh-oh. Yeah, they got split. So yeah, the Central Federation, or Central Union, was a big lie. Mexico is falling apart again, like in the last series. So yeah, there's still splits going on, just you don't see them much. You're not going to see them much compared to unions and other stuff right here. So yeah, Central America is now kind of big now. So yeah, they took this right here and then took all this Mexican Fort Mexico, and then Mexico Tower too. And then they just go across here, take Mexico DC, and then probably most likely stop. And then they just probably stop. Yeah. So yeah, Mexico and Mexico City are now, well, Mexico in the Central Union just now divided now. So yeah, and also the Central Union's leader is probably bad. He's not. Now we got Egypt, and they're going to unite. And I think this unit is between the Byzantines and the Ethiopians. So they decided, you know what, we're going to sign up to clear. So yeah, they were the closest thing to them because this is too big and they're not even clear as anymore. So yeah, they go, and then Europa is trying to conquer Egypt. So yeah. Now we got the Planktanian Federation, and they fought back. So yeah, thanks to the Krabians helping them, and aiding them, they helped take back some of their old lands. And they started to fight back. So yeah. They split into two again. The Planktanian Empire is still fighting and fighting. So yeah, California gets a small split. Now this split will become incredibly peaceful. And they decided, yeah, they're going to bring back, well, they're deciding they're going to, you know what, let's give Hawaii independence. Yeah, Hawaii was begging for independence for a while. Now they're going to get, and they're going to call it Hawaii. Let me see what Hawaii spells. Let me find out what Hawaii. It's Hawaii. Yep, Hawaii. They're going to give them independence and then just leave. That's the only split that happens to California. Now we go to the Eastern Siberian Republic. They adopt a religion. And this one is very easy. It's Wavism. So yeah, Wavism is starting to spread more and more up north. Right here, it's still pretty popular inside right here. And Wavism, like I said last episode, yeah, has completely fallen off. Not completely dead, but on the brink of death, of course. Ludism is also kind of popular for that. And then Neoplanctism is still here. And it's affected kind of the Canada right here. So yeah, the Mushroom Kingdom. Now we got Ethiopia. And they got a medium expand. So yeah, I think they're going to take their time to make this land a lot available and start taking some lands from right here in South Africa. But now they decided they took this whole thing right here over the lake and decided, you know what, this is going to be our new borders. Okay. So yeah, Africa is kind of being a powerhouse. So yeah, they took some of the land right here and take a little more land from Egypt. And they just stopped. And the king would be like, yeah, this will be our final expansion. Unless it's through deserts or better or border fixes, this will be it. Now, Ludia. I started the Age of Conflict out of that. Now we got Mongolia and to get a small expand. So yeah, they continue going up the rivers and then I stopped. Now Ethiopia, small expand. Yet desert, like he said, he does not want interest in the other nations. Because here's why. Ethiopia could go north, but the canal's there. And although they do have the street right here, they'll be good with what they have. They can't expand to Arabia because that'll make them too big. Go right here and you're just, I don't know. You could take over some Madagascar Islands, but you're technically attacking a colonialism country. So yeah. The Chilean Empire gets a large expand. Now, they decided they're going to get some revenge and decided, yeah, we're going to become a new empire. They started to attack the Cleo's. They started attacking Peru for betraying their country. So yeah, this happens, and then this completely shocks Peru. So yeah, they're starting to invade Peru until there's like nothing left. So yeah, there we go, and Peru's now more damaged. Central Canada is now next, and medium expand. So yeah, they decided, yeah, this whole country is going to join us. So yeah, well, not the whole country, more like a good chunk of it, and it starts to go right here. So what happens? Now the Crabatines get to largely expand, and they decided to target some Crabian rebels right here. They also targeted the Crab Towers, the Crescent Towers right here. They're like, yeah, we are our own identity. We shall never be able to know of our identity. We are the Crabatines. We might have gotten bullied in the past, but this is now, and we're going to become a more successful power than ever before. So yeah, this speech kind of shocked Crablandia, and they decided to what they should do next. Should they attack, or should they just do nothing and let the Crabatines exist? So yeah, pretty much so. Now the Mushroom Kingdom, they're going to adopt religion. They're like, yeah, we need a new religion. But what should we take? Indianism or Buddhism? For a while then, the Mushroom Kingdom was united under this place right here. Do they take this or this? It's going to be based off of origin. So let's watch our last streams. So yeah, we shall just adapt. Oh yeah, let's see if there's any comments thing. It's right here. Do they take this or this? It's going to be based off of origin. No. Let's see where it. We know this is right here, the origin, most likely. So yeah, they spread a religion. Now there's the Mushroom Kingdom right here. This code does kind of. So yeah, let me just get to it. Made it past right, which was. So yeah. Now we're going ahead. Let's find. This has to be. And now, that's the Mushroom Kingdom right here. That's the Mushroom Kingdom. A lot. And we start. Turn 200. We're heading to turn 200. Now, finding out the Quebecians. What? Yeah, but still, the turn 300 is the best episode ever. I'm not going to turn around. I think turn 300 is the best episode so far. It felt like a storyline, and I managed to succeed it. Yeah, it felt like something that Aegis Pro would have done. I'm not joking. It was perfect. It was like this to me. It was like this. It was like this.
I gotta tell you, it was perfect. Perfect. Everything, down to the last minute details.
Yeah, that's what I felt like it was. Now, let's head to the Mushroom Kingdom back. So yeah, the nation was most likely now what mention right now because see, here's the Unionism, Crablandia is more likely Maria. Uh, Marie. Yeah, that was Marky. And fix this. Yeah, we're fixing 10 one day. We're changing. I don't care. Yeah, I changed the name because, well, I'm not going to tell you why, but if you watch this turn 200, then you know. Now, Mushroom Kingdom, Peach. Now, I'm thinking, yeah, it's going to be more likely a Quebecian religion. They have no faith, and then until, of course, the Planktanians came in. So yeah, I think they're going to more likely choose Ludeism than Canadian. Although they do want a more united Canada. So I think they might choose Indiaism, I believe. So yeah, we got 4 different religions in a way. We got no religion right here inside of Crabbyism. We got Neoplanktonism that's going to probably become extinct soon. We got Mexicoism, and then we got Buddhism coming from me, of course. Now we got Egypt, and they just split. So yeah, this just becomes the biggest scandal in history. So yeah, Anatolia is managing to return for like the 5th. I don't know. Anatolia, welcome back. Hopefully you don't get absorbed by other powers again. So yeah, Anatolia is back. And it's better than ever before. Yeah, they don't lose all of Anatolia since they still have this right here, Castle of Anatolia. But they still got a good chunk of it. So yeah, Anatolia is right here. And there's bordering 3 different powers. And 1 right here above it. So yeah, let's go ahead. Eastern Siberian Republic. They got split after a while. So yeah, let's make sure this becomes a new state. So yeah, the Eastern Siberians were like, yo, are going to become counts. Yeah, we're going to call this Russian Alaska. Well, do we call this Alaska since it's more like West, or will we call it East Alaska? I say it's East Alaska since you know it borders the map of the Pacific, and it'll just say West. I think let's do West. I don't care if we're doing West. And it's going to be a green one. We got Western. Welcome West Alaska. Now, this will become a new state overall. Well, there is Alaska. I think they come from mostly like Alaska, so they might have the same borders. Maybe. They maybe have the same borders, but we will see. So yeah, East Alaska is now formed. So yeah, now we got East Alaska now formed after a while. So yeah, now we will do this, and then Alaska is now finally formed. So yeah, some Alaskan islands. So we got this right here. And then there we go. The East Alaskans. Now we got Atlanta, Amazonia. They will adopt a religion. And I think they're going to stay with their same religion, which is Amazonianism. So yeah, this island does not die yet. Although okay, yeah, I remember it now. So yeah, they were part of the Red Islands now. So, but now the Slav Islands, they're going to unite, and I think it's time for a new you. So yeah, they finally prepared their plan of what an island is. They managed to form with the Mushroom Kingdom. Well, their plan was to get the Mushroom Kingdom here and then to just form it with them. But now they're going to do it in Quebec, and they call this a new you. They call it they call this one the Canadian Empire. Or not the Canadian Empire, but Acadian people. The Canadian States. So yeah. This is a this is called Canadian Bluedia because it is based off the origin of Canada and Bluedia. So yeah, it will now be like this. Meanwhile, Central Canada and Mushroom Kingdom are still divided by. Anyways, North Persia is going to adopt religion. Yeah, they're going to probably take Lemnism. And now they formed this right here. Central Canada gets a large expand. So yeah, they got, well, they took the Mushroom City from them, and now they head and grab Karma Town. So yeah, this is kind of big. Now they manage. Oh yeah, also try to take some of this too. So yeah, they don't. So yeah, the Mushroom Kingdom is kind of ashamed because their fear of Canadian Blue is kind of maxed out. Now we got Congo of the Crabs. Gets a new leader. CC Rebel Wars gets a new leader. Now, Crabitines, they build a castle. So yeah, they build a castle right here called Fort Crabitine. One. Yeah, this shows how much diversity they want to make it. So yeah. Next up, the Central Union gets a new leader. Mongolia gets a small expand. So yeah, they just barely expanded up here. So yeah. So got this right here. The Eastern Siberian Republic gets a small expand. So yeah, they decided they want to expand and more. Now, Plactanian Federation gets a medium expand. They took back Plactania fully, and then now it's starting to crush some of these rebels, thanks to now interference from Fratlandians and now as they help them, they now fully join this conflict to stop Planktania, the Plantanian Empire. So yeah, this thing is blown up in their faces. It blew up. So yeah, now there's just this thing left. And then, so yeah, they are just going to start using more and more land. They got to the river and now they cross it. So yeah, there's nothing else they could do other than just wait. So yeah, Plantania is going to be, the Plantanian Empire is now falling. Persia adapts to religion. And then, due to some heavy influence, Messoism has influenced Persia now. So yeah, that happens. The Lime team was like, yeah, they got a new leader. Now, we see the Philip Republic. And the age of conflict has started. That, we got Anatolia. And they split. Well, there goes Anatolia again. Now we call this West Anatolia. So yeah, this is starting to look a lot like a chaotic mess for Anatolia. So yeah, West Anatolia is, yep, there we go. Now we see Mexico. They get a small expand. And I think they're going to take advantage of the Gravitines and then take over this part here. And also to take advantage of this right here and manage to get Mexico under control. They took back Mexico DC, which kind of upset the Central Americans in a way. Yeah, they also cross through this river and take back some of their land, showing that they are not going to be doing this. So yeah, their Central Union is now much smaller. Now we head back to Egypt, and they get a large expand. So yeah, they're going to take advantage of more of these islands right here. So yeah, this is going to become, they took the fort right here of Soli and started to head to the fort of Carthage. But they were like, yeah, this is what we think of y'all. And they took back Jerusalem as well. And Egypt was starting to submit itself as a power. To prove that they can still be a power. Now, we head back to Egypt again. And they're going to do another medium expand. They took more of Carthage and then start to head to more of Morocco. They also took Crete as like this way of saying, yeah, we're power. And now took more of South Anatolia and then just do this. Yeah, they just got them. Bangladesh built a castle. Port South Asia one just failed. So we'll just do Fort Myanmar. So that Fort Myanmar is here. Now we head to the Plantanian Federation, where they get a large expand. And they use that large expand to take out the rest of Plantania. Any Plantanian rebels who dare to fight are immediately gone. Yeah, we'll say gone. They remain Chum Tower back, which the Cravatines obviously handed over since they don't want to get dissed around for the like 4th time. So yeah, they got this back, and now Blanctania is kind of united now. They still got Chum Town. They still got some Chum Towers to take back. And also, yeah, that's it. So yeah, Planktania is black. Well, Planktania is back. And now we head to Persia. They're going to take a small expand and head up here to conquer these lands. To claim themselves that they are the true Persia. Even take some Lime Team stuff. So yeah, Persia is helping by the red and blue teams to submit themselves as a power. Now, the Indonesia Islands, they get a large extent. Bam. So yeah, they continue to take this island right here and manage to take all these islands from here, from King Join. So yeah, they kept expanding, and now they're taking some islands from the Philippines. So yeah, there it is. Now we got this. Got this right here. All this right here. And then all this right here. Now we got these islands. Now we got the Chilean Empire. They get a large expand. Now we got this right here. Now all this. And then they just take all this river, South River. Now let's do this. Now we got all of it right here. Now they managed to take a whole river out, and then they just take another river. At this point, Morachico might actually be done. Yeah, it might actually fall into pieces. Yeah, the Morachico's, the first super pound, is now gone. Since they're now pretty much the only civilization that didn't expand yet. As they just take another river. Chile looks like it's going to be a new power, but we don't know that yet since there's now plenty of powers that I don't think Chile could even replace Morachico. Since there's now powers like the European Federation, which are now trying to take back or Carthage back. There's Japan, which now has a good influence now with the wavism spreading right here and all that. The Philippines, well, Madagascar is kind of a power, even though they lose these islands. They're still kind of strong in a way. They got good influence in the Indian Ocean. They'll help in exchange for some things that they would want, whether it's power or recognizing its state over all others. There's also the Ethiopian Empire right here, which has plot armor better than Batman's. We got Congo the Crabs, we got California, we got Crablandia, we got Quebec, well, Canada. Now, we got Canada now. And we got, heck, we even got Atlanta, Amazonia. So yeah, there is no true power. So yeah, Chile probably will never recreate as much power as Morachico did. So yeah, I'm sorry, Chile. But hey, at least you did better than at least not existing. Now, we had, oh, more Chico. Yeah, they're striking back. Yeah, never mind what I said. Yeah, they are striking back. So yeah, they strike back and then manage to go from right here. So yeah, they're about to try to take down Chile, but let's see what happens. And we got Ethiopia, and they adopt religion. Now, this new leader decides, yeah, Golden Coastism was a bad idea. And they decided, you know what? Let's go to Crustyism, since this is now needed a lot more support. So Crustyism happens, and it was a lot better, since this was an older one. So now we got India, and they have a medium expand. So yeah, they started crossing through these rivers right here, crossing through right here, taking some of these islands right here, and now we head over to right here, where they started to have a lot more land. They also took some of these rivers right here and continued to go on up, or up, and up. So yeah, they managed to get through all these islands right here, and then, bam, India established itself more and more. But is it powerful enough to rival some countries? I think, in a way, yes, but not all. So yeah, they're not powerful, but they are a top 15 20. Now let me tell you, India can beat the red, but both of this free alliance of Mesophism, yeah, they cannot beat them. So yeah, they're not going to beat them. But they can beat the one team. They can have a difference between Bangladesh. They can definitely beat Philip Republic. Sorry, Philip CDI. The amount of spaghetti or bombs could help you beat them. I'm sorry. They're not all yours, my friend. You just need to get a little richer, of course. A little richer. Sorry, Link. Now, next up, Mexico. They get a large expand. Yeah, they continue on their rampage and to try and take back some of their land. So yeah, they managed to get through right here and come this enclave into. So yeah, this happens, and their land is much smaller now. Do they continue or do they stay? We'll see. The Red Nation is going to adopt religion. And right now, they stay with Mesophism. They're not going to change me. So yeah, we head to Anatolia. And they get a large expand. Yeah, they're going to take advantage of all this. And then manage to fully reunite the Anatolian Peninsula after a while. So yeah, they continued taking Constantinople. They managed to successfully take Constantinople and retake some of these islands right here. So yeah, Europa is starting to fall apart. So yeah, as they took Cyprus and Crete. Now, they just were like, yeah, we're going to take some of these lands right here and then continue to take more and more Greece. So yeah, they submit themselves as a power, taking Greece, and Anatolia starts to expand more of right here. So yeah, the Europas probably will now shift to Egypt, to of course Anatolia, which they're now Avengers level threats to them. So yeah, now we head back to Mexico. So yeah, they're getting a split. So yeah. They knew this would happen, so they decided to form a new nation right here called, well, Rio River Federation. So yeah, the Rio River Federation. Yeah, this is a land that is mostly Byzantine inhabited and is probably the most likely to revolt. So yeah, they managed to take some lands right here. They took some cities right here and then make a quick to get to border the Atlantic. They also took a crusty fort right here, submitting themselves as crusty instead of Mexico. So yeah, now we got this. Next up, the Philipp Republic. They got a small split. Yeah, of course they got split. How else would they get split? But yeah, there was a split happened right here. They call this a new federation of some sort. It's called China. This was a border nation that suspiciously resembles right here. And all the borders of right here. It comes from south right here. It managed to get borders right here. And then managed to completely overwhelm China as well. South, well, of course, the Philipp Republic, as they now lost another one bites dust. So yeah, China under a cliff is starting to become a lot bigger. So yeah, we got a new China country, which is China. Now we head to Congo the Crabs, which gets a large expansion. And taking advantage of the weakness in Africa, Congo the Crab starts to race up here, taking some land up here, and along with taking these lands right here, starts making it to Morocco, and then they just stopped. So yeah, Congo the Crabs is kind of strong in a way. And it is kind of a successor to Crablandia right here. Yeah, they are probably friends though, since they just, yeah, they're kind of like the south, which comes from right here. So yeah, they do have complicated relations with the Europeans. So yeah, although they're happy that they don't have that Dutch leader who was in New York and that just got gone. Yeah, they're glad that she's gone. And we got the Philipp Republic again. Yeah, and they get a large expand. So yeah, they're like, yeah, leave? We're going to not leave. We're going to take the land before you go. So yeah, they're now landlocked. So yeah, China is kind of, yeah, they're just now reduced to right here now. And they're like, yeah, you're all getting punishments for this. So yeah, they got this right here. They also lost these lands right here to the, well, right here. Yeah, they kept going right here, beating up to right here to Myanmar, and then managed to gain all this right here. They gain all, well, Indonesia, of course, and then this is now what the Philipp Republic looks like now. They're now still strong, but now how long? The Chilean Empire's back, and of course they get a small split. Yeah, this will now become the fault of their invasion of Peru. So yeah, this is now a new nation right here. The Falkland Islands. Yeah, the Falkland Islands have now revolted and have taken over all this islands right here. So yeah, Falkland Islands, it's sad for you, but you're done. Your time has come, Chile, and you're now going to become a lot weaker. So yeah, the Falkland Islands also took many of these sovereign lands right here. So yeah, Chile is probably done. Yeah, they're going to be. This might actually be the nail in their coffin, which is that civil war. So yeah, they're almost completely gone, but luckily they managed to stop. But this did took a good chunk of their land, and now Atlanta and Amazonia sees them as a threat. So yeah, now we head to the next continent. India gets a new leader. He's peaceful and a hill dweller. Now, Madagascar is going to unite. And guess who they unite with? Yeah, it's the Indonesian islands president. They recognized King Julian's presence right here, and they started to become a bigger influence than ever. They're still upset that they lost the canal, but King Julian does not mind. In fact, they're pretty chill with the Philippines, of course. So yeah, they're like, yeah, we don't want the smoke. Well, we do not want the smoke with the Chileans. Well, we don't want this with the Philip. India's pretty chill. They do not, however, find the Ethiopians chill. They see the Ethiopians as kind of like brute force. They see them as pretty much conquered after they saw what happened right here. So now they were like, yo, we want Pat. And then they were like, alright. So yeah, blue team also does not like the Ethiopians. And they want them off. And so they're now probably going to be a big coalition against them. So yeah, Bangladesh is next. And they get a large expand. They take advantage of the turns right here. And they start to advance a little more up north. Taking advantage of all this right here. So yeah, they also took more of Myanmar. They kept going up. Up and up. So yeah. They took some of these islands right here. And now come into so that they prove that they are just bluffers. To think nothing will happen. So yeah, they kept going and managed to take back some of their land. So yeah, we got Japan next. No doubt under their older religion right here. Nothing's boring them, so we're going to do wavism again. Mexico. They split again. So yeah, of course they split again. And now this made the people unhappy, and they're like, yeah, we need a new leader. So yeah, Mexico cannot stop being in chaos. They're like, rebel number one, right here. So yeah, there is now tons and tons of rebels. Even after a union with the Central Union, they cannot have, well, after the union, they cannot have peace. They're just so divided. Yeah, not, especially in the borders right here, which was conquered lands of. Yeah, they just cannot have a break. So yeah, Mexico, I'm sorry for Mexico in this series, but Yeah, this is done. Yeah, I randomly selected it, and then it just keeps on taking down Mexico. They must have not liked it. L after L. And the Central Unions were like, spread religion. Mexicoism, Mexicoism. Yo, let's make someone other this. They decided to make Grand Columbia go to Grand Columbia, and they're like, yo, is there any other things we can make them wavism? And they're like, yo, let's make Crablandia wavism. And then now we got the biggest surprise in history. Crablandia becomes more wavism, or Mexicoism, which now grants them this. So yeah, Tibet is now next, and they get a large expand. So yeah, this is now going to become the hills of what Tibet is. So yeah, Tibet conquers all these lands and then just stops. So yeah, North Persia, they're going to unite. So who do they unite with? And the easy part, it's the Lime team. And they call this the Lime team. Now, let me tell you this. Should I make them their acronym names, which is just red, blue, lime, and then green, which is green team's name is really Caspia, Mesopotamia, and then blue team. So yeah, they kept these old names. I'm thinking we should name them their acronym names. So even though I love their old names, I'm just going to say they're, yeah, we're going to also call them their original names. We're going to see what their original name is. Mesopotamia. Meso, we're going to call it this one for now. Yeah, let's hope something didn't bad happen. Let me just, yeah, that was the whole script. So yeah, Mesopotamia right here, Arabia right here, Persia. So should we call this Persia? No. In fact, there was a theory that people say this is called New Persia. So yeah, this will be called New Persia for now. Respect the names between Pakistan and India. And then this is called Caspia. So yeah, I did not, well, I prefer the red, blue, and green teams, but hey, they'll be fine. They'll be fine. Anyways, now we get to the Kravatine, and they have a new leader. He's a uniter and a healer. Now Arabia started the age of unity. The Chilean Empire, they'll adopt religion as they are the last bastion of Latinism. Do they take Wavism or Amazonian? And they choose Wavism, finally killing the old religion. Well, almost at least. They have this one as their old religion, Latinism. So yeah, Latinism is almost killed off. It's just Belize, South Argentina, and some of these islands. Now Mexico, what do? Spread religion, Mexicoism. So yeah, they spread it to right here as well. So yeah, now Mexico is kind of popular here. So yeah, and neoplankton is kind of right here, but we'll see about it. Caucasia, they split, have a small split. Yeah, I think it's now a perfect time to introduce the Georgians. Welcome, Georgia. Let's hope you don't have an aggressive neighbor trying to take you down. Let's hope. But anyways, the Mika Federation is going to unite. And they're going to unite with the Mozambiques. They discovered that they are technically the same, so yeah, we should unite against them. Now we got the Falkland Islands. A new leader, right here. Grand Colombia. They're building a castle. Now they believe they should make something called, they should make forts in Chico so that they don't get conquered, of course. This would call the Fort Columbus. So yeah, named after their leader, of course, of Yufong Columbus. That's her name. So yeah, now Puerto Chico. They decided, yeah, you know what? We're going to try to take you down. We're done. We're going to take you down. Yeah, they managed to successfully make a bunch of counterattacks to try to take them down. And Puerto Chico has now gotten a redemption arc. So yeah, in a way. Which now Peru managed to successfully get right here. Now Arabia. They managed to form a large expand. Thanks to the supplies of Madagascar, they managed to make a counterattack to try and take down and make an attempt to take down, to kick the Ethiopians off of, well, Arabia, of course. And they do that very successfully, although they did not kick them out. They dealt a blow to Ethiopia, but don't kick them out fully. This made Egypt happy, so yeah, this managed to happen. And we got CC rebels. They're going to unite. And then they're going to unite with someone who they should respect, which is themselves. Of course. This happens. Now, this managed to completely become a big surprise. As now there's nothing else. Now the Planktanian Federation takes a large expand. Taking advantage, well, making a treaty with the Canadians, they managed to make a deal that allows them to allow borders to happen between them, in exchange of giving them Chumtown back. They don't give them back Minnesota or anything like that, but they managed to make a deal that will successfully give them Chumtown back. Now fully connecting all of these cities together. And also, now they're being a lot more peaceful now, compared to their last entity, which was the Planktanian Empire. So now, they're kind of now a new place, called the Planktanian. Now Bludia is back, and I get to meet him expand. So yeah, now this is going to take a few more islands. And now we got this right here. So yeah, Britannia is now great now, and we head to Grand Colombia. They get a large expand. So yeah, they do go on a conquest. They took Fort Caribbean right here, and they took Fort Guiana, and also they're like, this is for border safety. We do not want to do this. So yeah, they just do this right here, and then manage to split. Well, give them this weird border. This border goal. So yeah, China. What happens to them? They get a new leader. What's the now more to Chico. Large expand. Yeah, there is now going to be respect in Chile now, more and more. Yeah, Chile was like, we surrender. Yeah, they're dealing giant blows to Chile right now. So yeah, they do not like that. So yeah, the Chilean Empire is becoming more destructive. Is more likely going to become more destructive. And Bludia, yeah, they're getting more expanse. So yeah, they're being very chill guys right here. And also, I learned how to reverse in case I get a rebellion. I'm going to reverse it. Now, India. Well, it was good while it lasted, India. Now, the Sri Lanka is going to gain independence. Right here. So yeah, Sri Lanka, welcome to this series. Now we're going to make them more greater. So yeah, Sri Lanka is starting to fall apart. So yeah, they managed to gain all of this right here. Gain Fort South, well, Fort SA, which was the fort of the Southeast Asia. Yeah, Fort Southeast Asia. So yeah, they managed to gain all this. So yeah, this could be called South Asia since India is technically South Asia. But could you count this as South Asia? I do not think so. It's the Middle East. So yeah, this managed to gain all these right here, and India's Sri Lanka stops. So yeah, now we went to Bangladesh, get a new leader. Now we head to Georgia, and they take a medium expand. They take the advantage and take over all of Caucasia, starting a new division of them. They also, in a way, took some land up here from Russia to call themselves a new entity called the Georgian Empire. They want to conquer, well, more of their lands, and also to make a big empire, of course, like all empires. Cliche for them. So yeah, now Georgia is looking a lot bigger now. Now we head to the Rio River Federation, and they get a new leader. Now we enter Bludia, and I got a medium expand. So yeah. Now this managed to do more and more damage right here. So yeah, Bangladesh, they get a medium expand. So yeah, this starts to take over some more of these lands. They start taking more lands from, well, the Southeast Asians. So yeah, they start to take more and more land from. So yeah, until they're like on the coast of Vietnam, and then they manage to just stop. They come to, and then bam. There's now a multitude of smaller countries now. Now let's head over to Grand Colombia. And they gain a larger expand. They continue their expands up north right here, even taking a few cities and castles. They took all this right here, and they just like, yeah, we're preparing for something. We need to be good right now. And then we got the Beastland Unity, and they started a large expand. So yeah, they could not take any other lands, so they're like, yeah, we can't conquest, we can't invade them because we'll always be dead. So yeah, they decided they want to buy some more land. And they're like, yo, we got an enclave here, can we make a border engagement? And they're like, sure, but you're never getting Beastland back. And they're like, okay then. Okay. Yeah, they got back New York, which was their old city right here. They conquered more of these lands right here. And then they also made a deal with Quebec, which just gives them a whole island right here. So yeah. Beastland is slowly rising back, but we'll see how long that lasts. There could be a rebellion, and then it just ruins the whole empire, the whole shebang, for the third time. Now, but at least that one leader is gone, right? Now, we got the Chilean Empire. So yeah, they managed to gain a medium expand. But instead of fighting off them, they just fought the wrong thing they should be worried about, which they blame the Falkland Islands for this whole mess. So yeah, there's the Falkland Islands right here, and the Falkland Kingdom. So yeah, they just blamed the wrong thing to fight. And now we got the Falkland Islands coming back and hit them harder than a brick wall. And they were like, I'm Juggernaut, boy. I'm the Juggernaut, boy. So yeah, they just started to hit harder and harder back than any other nation so far. They got absolutely brutalized by this. And they even took a new city right here. So yeah, the Falkland Kingdoms is starting to absolutely devastate Chile. And now, more the Chiefers rise has been confirmed and needs to be studied. Now China is back. And they get a medium expand. So they made a deal with Japan where they just like, can I have these lands? And they just like, if you can work your depths, then we'll give you these lands. So yeah, China expands double its land and is now pretty happy now. So yeah, let's go to the next one. Congo the Crabs gets a medium expand. So yeah, let's see how that goes. Yeah, they started taking some more land from the Europeans. So yeah, and then made up right here to border these lands. They managed to become successful with Egypt and made it contact with Egypt, welcomed them with all open arms. And now, as their oldest enemy, the Europe have finally been kicked out of Africa. As they start taking some more lands right here, they kept growing more and more powerful. So yeah, they got to obviously right here, and then we got this land now. Madagascar is going to unite with another nation. So yeah. And this nation was surprisingly Sri Lanka. So what happened? So yeah, Madagascar managed to team up and take over a good chunk of South India. And they managed to fully unite, which completely made India upset. Understandably. So will this cause a war? We may never know. So yeah, so Madagascar is truly winning right now. Even though they might be the smallest, they still are pretty. So yeah, now we head to our final turn to Puerto Chico as they get another large expand. And we end the 1,000 years, or 1,000 turns in Puerto Chico. Obviously. Now we got these sovereign lands right here. And now they managed to fully conquer them. So yeah, now they got back their fort, and now Chile, once the biggest, has fallen back to an older, more powerful figure. So yeah, I think we might need to make a big thumbnail for this one. A big old thumbnail for this. We're going to say 1,000 turns in Doodle empires. And this is what it looks like now. I'm going to get a big thumbnail right here. I'm glad we finally made it. Now, let's see what. Oh, this is sick. Alright. The farthest I've been is 100-ish turns. Until my PC starts lagging. Before. Yeah, I managed to finally get 1,000 turns. After a long time. Sorry gets stuck for not responding. I could not see the chat. But right here, this is where chat is, but I cannot see it because, well, I didn't manage to implement it here. Unless I get my Switch and use it as chat scene, but yeah, I could not find a way to make chat seeable right here unless I like lock a screen right here. So yeah. Now we reach 1,000 turns. And this is finally what has become so far. We managed to make it into the Middle Ages. So yeah, we finally made it. After a long time. So yeah, this is what we got so far. We got all of this right here. We got all of this right here. We got all of this right here. We got everything in the middle. We got Madagascar taking over Australia, Indonesia, right here. This might become a new color, actually. So yeah, we might change it to like a purple right here. Like this unique purple over here. So yeah. This is what the world now looks like. And I think I might actually get a Steam app going. If you guys would want this land, I'll make a scenario. We're going to save it. Year 1000. Yeah, now we got over 900. And now we're now in year 1000 after a long time. So yeah, this was, now we're headed to a new scenario. We're also going to call this RVs. If you want some to play this map, I want to make a Steam. Well, I want to make a new Steam for it. I'm going to make a new Steam page called RV 1,000 Years. well, 1,000 turns in Doodle Empires. And you guys can make the scenarios like that. So yeah, 1,000 turns become a new setting. So yeah. But we're also going to talk about the next game. What's going to happen. After 1,000 turns, we're going to head to 250 each. So yeah, to make sure we get to turn 2,000 a lot faster. So yeah, unless I'm busy, which let's see how long we stream. An hour and 25. Yeah, I like it. Yeah, but I think we should get a little more screen time going. So yeah, I think we should play ITIL more, but you know what? We're gonna make a post. We're gonna make a post. We're gonna do a vote. I like vote. It. So yeah, but I think we. What game should we play? So yeah, should we play? Let me just see. We're gonna do. So yeah, well, first up. So yeah, we're going to get a vote going on. Now we're going to make a new poll. We're going to make what game should we play. And while we're doing that, we're going to just watch the last episode. So we should be prepared for what's so. So tomorrow is not going to be a Dual Empire stream. Tomorrow will be a Wixo stream / Hightail if we could do it. But we got 2 games we could play. So yeah, we're not. We're going. You know what? We're going to make another option. Yeah, we're going to do. We're going to make 3 streams, and we're going to get stop. If there's no reaction, we're going to end stream 10:30. Minecraft, Hightail, or Cave Store. We're doing one of these 3. So yeah, start poll, and we'll see the reaction. Now, which one of y'all would want to start? Those will be the 3 games we're going to be playing. So yeah, while we do that, we're going to watch. So yeah, you're going. So y'all can just. We're going to react to it. So right here. Now we're going ahead to right here. So yeah, we're ad free. Well, kind of ad free. Well, we gotta watch some advertising, but most importantly, we are ad free. So yeah, let's head to right here. Let me see. Let's see. We're gonna try. Alright, there's 8 spread. 1-5. We're going. If no reaction or no vote happens, we're gonna watch Wixo, and then we're going to just start. Y'all are gonna get a recap. If there's no vote by.
What should we do for dinner?
By the end of this episode,
burgers,
we're
pizza.
Just going.
Egypt getting a bowl.
Yeah, I'm about to crash out for that ad. Yeah, I'm about to get an ad block.
Based off the information we have gathered, you and your group are the ones in possession of that contraption, correct?
So, yeah,
that may be true.
We're
Why?
this.
May we examine it? The art of time travel is completely lost to our people.
And we'll do it.
It's lost
Get vote on, and we'll do it.
for us as well. We are using it for a different purpose. And that purpose is? None of your business. I will do what is best for my people, the true people of Earth. You know, we're the original people, right? You second kin are so full of yourselves. Fine, keep the contraption for yourself. But just know this, William Rossrock. I will also do what is best for my people, the true people of Earth. My fellow rep members, the Rapid Human Evolution Project is nearly complete. We do not have a date in mind, but expect completion soon.
The Ultrites are different than we expected. They don't seem hostile.
But the prophecy must be followed. It's all we have. We must prevail as the dominant humanity.
And if using the machine goes wrong, what happens? It's extremely dangerous. How do we know it will work?
We don't. The instructions left with the Singularity Testament are vague.
Alright, we're going to make another tab. So we're going to do... So yeah.
Goes wrong,
Any
what
votes
happens?
so far?
It's extremely dangerous. How do we know it will work?
We're not going to...
We
until
don't.
you vote.
The instructions left with the Singularity Testament are vague.
Alright, we're going to make another tab. We're not going to do no...
Once again, though, it's all we have.
The destruction of the assembly has bought us plentiful time. They're not even looking for us anymore. We have as much time as possible to get this right.
Indeed, but the day of reckoning is upon us, my fellow patriots. We must be prepared. The actions of the Vice Commander are unforgivable. We've now lost all trust from the Second King because he decided to defy my orders. Now we'll never be able to live outside these ancient continents. There won't be enough room for our population. What is he thinking?
I'm not sure, sir. Attacking a second kin nation makes no sense if we want to pursue peaceful assimilation.
That will never happen now. We must think of something else that involves peaceful coexistence between our populations before the Empire reaches Earth. We already have limited time, but his reckless actions may have doomed us completely.
Our best minds will think of something. Our forces were able to stall the advance of the Empire, buying us more time before they reach us here.
What should we do? Earth is the only planet that is suitable for us. We don't have time to terraform any other planets in this system.
But sir, what about the moon? We can use water from Earth to help. It shouldn't take too long.
Possibly, if the Second Kin even allow us to take that much water.
Well, sir, they can't stop us if we do.
Soldier, we are trying to build trust with the Second Kin, not betray them. We must act accordingly to their laws.
I understand, sir.
You are dismissed. Men, the Alternites' actions in Africa reaffirm our commitment to our cause. They cannot be trusted. Rapid evolution of the human race is needed to fight back.
But William, even if we evolve the human population on Earth, how will we fight back against their superior technology?
I'm not sure. We must utilize what we have. Perhaps our technicians could find a way to...
I got you. I feel like... You're not... If this happens, this will be kind of the biggest thing ever. Well, yeah, I swear, if this happens, well, I can't show the image, but we're not. Yeah, well, I was like, I can't show the image, but anyways, if this happens, I'm gonna be pretty surprised, but we need. Where's the vote, y'all? Alright, I'm going. That's it. We're spinning a wheel. Yeah, I'm not going. I can't do it anymore. We need to. We're spinning a wheel, everyone. We're spinning a wheel. Alright, we're doing this. Well, bet your money on this. Alright, everyone. Minecraft. Hi, too. We got free games going on. Free games. We got Minecraft, Hightail, or Case. Now let's spin the wheel, everyone. Let's see what we get. Well, You're getting another cave story, I guess. So yeah, let's. Yep, you're all getting another cave story. Hope you like. Yep, getting another cave story going on. We're hopping on Roblox and making another cave story for y'all. So yeah, we're headed to right here. Welcome back, cave story, for the second time. Now, let's do this. I hate Roblox controls. Why is there no WASD for Roblox? E is the manual. So yeah, let's keep going. So yeah, Q is. So yeah, let's just get out of this Roblox. So yeah, this is just. Now, let me just do this, Richard. You don't need this. So yeah, welcome back. Got another story going on. And I forgot about, let's get some resources going down. Now we're going. Yeah, if I. Now that's what I'm talking about. Let's ask the person right here. It's not the key in the screen, we'll just screen. If there's no key, then we'll just screen. Now how will we do that? Let's go ask. Let's farm up some resources. We're gonna farm. Like it's never been farmed before. There we go. Alright. There we go. Now, let's head up here. Now we got just ask. Spies been smashed through the ground. Yes. Thank you. You're a nice person. It's so strong. Thank you. I like you to pay back some. All I know is how to make swords. The door's rusted and you can't open the door open. The human is trapped inside. Truly are dangerous. Understood. I'll make a mark for Mama. We'll blow that door to smithereens. I'll need to collect bomb-making materials. Charlie. Jumps shoots laid down. I'll make the bomb as soon as you bring in the materials. The end goal is to get all those resources. So yeah, I know how to do this. Well, since we know that. Let's see what happens. So yeah, let's head back into the door. Let's go. So yeah, let's head up right here. This is going to be right here. Now head up right here. Well, at least, let me just see. Whoa. Big reason. A bunch of reasons. Let's see. There we go. The black. Alright, the bat has been successfully taken down. Now let's just do another one like right here. That's another one down. Drain explosives. And we got the key. Yeah. Like I said, I want to make this goal, get all the resources. And we got to fight that jellyfish again. Well, so well, here we go again. There we go. So yeah, there we go. Jump up here. We're heading up. Go and take them right here. So yeah, we're going. Now let's head up here. Yep, that was a bad move. I messed up. Yeah, those keyboard Roblox controls. Yeah, this does not make me want to play Roblox. Yeah, this is just. Yeah. Controls on. The controller. When I played Roblox on controller, this was not what I expected. So yeah, I think Roblox is a little harder on PC though. Let me tell you, if you want the game to play Roblox, it's kind of it, but if you get used to the controls, then you're alright. But to me, the controls, compared to the mouse, why didn't they use a mouse for this? I know it's just to get laptops involved, but why? Why? Alright, yeah, this should be like, this should be able to run to the park though, but yeah, this is just, yeah, we just need to get it done. Yeah, there we go, fine. Use the gun key, and then, let's see right here. Treasure. And we gotta fight that one of the witch's abominations again. Yep. Well. Oh, the misery. Gotta be my enemy. Me. My enemy. Me. Now. There we go. Well, the happy gas is back. Well. There we go. And also, there we go. So yeah, this bro. We got to do rocket launcher. Rocket launcher. Yep. There we go. This was gonna be. So yeah. Yeah, this. Yeah, this is starting out. Yeah, we're done. Yeah, we're done. You know what? Yeah, I'm done. Well, not done, but we're not going here, but let's try. Yeah, the control, I could get used to, but Roblox controls are completely bad, but here we go. So yeah, there we go. Now let's head up here. There's this one thing, place right here. Now we finally reached 1,000 diamond. Anyways, come on, frog. Good. Now we got to take out one end speed. Now, let's head up. Heading up, heading up. There. There. Alright. Yeah, this could have been pretty. Yeah, I think I might have too much game fatigue, but I guess that is what it is. Now, let's head. There we go. That was a high risk, high reward. Shoot. Now, let's head. Alright, let's get some things right here. Save to right here. Yeah, because I think this is much easier, but let's see. Ooh, come on. No, that was a bad mistake. That was a bad mistake. Yeah, the controller version I'm so used to, but that's how I mastered it. Yeah, it's kind of bad. Yep, it was a bad one. Top 10 worst of these. Yeah, I'm done. I'm done. Run. Yeah, right here. Take these home. Grab these right here. Could take this right here. Now, keep running. Now we're heading back to heal up. So we're not going to risk everything over for a jelly. Maybe. We'll do a risk. Alright, fine. I'm going to learn to control a little bit better. Alright. Well. Yep. Half good. Alright. Let me just... because that was a waste. Alright. Here. Do this. And... Yep, that was a risky idea. And that was even riskier. Open the treasure chest. Now let's get to this house and heal up and get all. And now we downgrade our rocket launcher somehow. So yeah, this could have been very bad. But luckily we did. What's good? Need some charcoal. You can take what's in my fire. Yes. We found something in the ashes. Charcoal. There we go. Right here. So yeah, there. We managed to do it successfully. Now, there we go. And right here. There we go. Let's see the inventory. There we go. And we gotta get the jellyfish again. Well, that's the jellyfish farm we go. Now, any comments right here? No. So yeah, this is gonna be done. Now, we managed to get this successfully done. Now. There we go, right here. And we got this thing right here. See? I think, yeah. Let's just try to clear the way first, so we don't get destroyed, of course. So. Let's clear the way. Get out of the way. Yeah, fine. There we go. There we go. Now let's head back right here. Yep, we got it. Now we got jellyfish. Now we gotta do one final mission. And that mission is to take out one of the witches. Now we got this right here. And then go up here. Save. So yeah, we don't lose all our progress like, all over again. So we don't be like the siege. Don't ever be like siege. He might be a little cool, but on the surface, yeah, he's gone. Yep. And up here. Yep. And I think this might be good for today. So yeah, see y'all everyone. Have a good day, y'all.